Ohai. Muynak, the city in the Republic of Karakalpakstan, the sovereign republic, is a part of the Republic of Uzbekistan. Administrative center and the largest settlement of Muynaksky district of the Republic of Karakalpakstan. Muynak has the status of the city since 1931. Up to the middle of the 1980th years, Muynak was the developed fishing port city on the southern coast of once deep Aral Sea. In the city, the Muynaksky fish canning plant, which was the city forming enterprise and one of the largest fish canning enterprises of the former USSR, worked. The population minus 13,000 inhabitants. In 1991. 18196. In 2012. 13500. In 2018. Once Muynak was located directly on the bank of the Aral Sea. Today they are divided by 100 km of sushi. The lake, which for magnificent beaches, the abundance of fish and the big size, is called the sea turned into the desert now. Locals call the Aralkum Desert the Kizilkum Desert analog. Earlier by the sea desert the sea ships floated. Now they stand in the port of Muynak on all known cemetery of the ships. It is unlikely they will sometime return to plough the Aral Sea. They just stand thrown, rust and plunge into non-existent depths. On November 15, 1933, the settlement of Muynak was referred by the resolution of Vievek to category of industrial settlements. At the time, Muynak was in structure Karakalpakska USSR, who in turn was a part of Rusfers. In the 1950th years, Muynak received the status of the urban type settlement. In 1963, Muynak was given the status of the city. Was one of the largest cities on the bank of the Aral Sea. In the 1960th, construction of meliorative channels from Amudarya for irrigation of a cotton began. As a result, less water began to come to the Aral Sea, and it began to shallow. In the 1980th, not too close, the fish canning plant in Muynak brought the frozen fish from Russia here. In the early 90s, the fish canning plant was closed, unemployment began, inhabitants began to leave the houses and to go to Nukas, Kungrad and other cities. The repeatability of dusty and salt storms, population diseases, eye diseases, digestive tract diseases, skin diseases, became frequent. Groundwater level fell, process of desertification of the area accelerated. The remain springs did not become suitable for drink because of the high content of pesticides, which were washed away from cotton fields to Amudarya. The port turned into the cemetery of the ships. As of 2011, from Muynak about 100 came to the western, deep part of the southern Aral Sea, and about 180 came to east, shallow part, east part of the sea, at the expense of rather small depths. Most quickly receded from Muynak. Still in the mid-90s it was at distance of 45 km from the city, and at the beginning of the old years, at distance of 100 km. In 2008, the Petro Alliance company carried out prospecting works on search of oil and gas on the former day of the Aral Sea. The result was positive. Gassier high quality, with the minimum maintenance of Suravadarate. On January 2021, 2017, laying of a water supply system Kongrad Muynak began. Construction of a construction worth 26.6 billion sum and 101 km long was conducted 5 months. Clear drinking water provided more than 25,000 people now. The water supply system Muynak Akse will be prolonged for 1.51 km. Since the middle of the old years, the city began to attract tourists from around the world. The flow of tourists to Muynak sharply increased after 2016. Now Muynak is the important transit point for tourists and scientists who are going to visit and study the remote regions of the dry parts of the Aral Sea. Also through Muynak on subs, tourists get on quite changeable coast of the Aral Sea, which departed from Muynak on several tens of kilometers on the north and the east. Population and languages. As well as in other Karakalpakstan, in Muynak the Uzbek and Karakalpak languages have the official status. Russian actually has the status of language of international communication. English, because of popularity of the city among foreign tourists, is widespread in the city, also among workers of tourism and service. As of January 1, 2018, the population of Muynak was 13,500 people. Unlike the majority of the cities of Uzbekistan, in Muynak there is a stable trend of reduction of population. The main part of the population of the city is made by Karakalpaks. Also quite large number of Uzbeks and Kazakhs live in the city. From ethnic minorities, Tatars, Turkmens and others also meet. Transport. The water transport is absent now. The Minaksky port does not function. To the southeast from the city there is a small airfield working irregularly. Public transport is provided by rare Daewoo Dalmas minibuses and also private carriers and taxi drivers on cars. In Muynak there takes place the annual non-commercial festival of electronic music, art and science elements. A festival mission, the help to the region prioralya and increase in awareness on accident of the Aral Sea. Today, elements are a mixture of several projects in which musicians, producers, artists and sciences are involved. All of them are united by the uniform purpose of creation of a powerful attraction in very unusual place on the earth. Since drying of the sea, the festival is the loudest event. The festival usually lasts 2 days, directly at the cemetery of the ships, and for several years won great popularity among admirers of a genre of electronic music. The festival comes to the end with ceremonial burning of the 10th meter installation from the letters C. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.